Hey everyone, I'm Kevin with Blood Trail Outlaws. We're here to show you some traps for coyotes, bobcats, fox, coons, possums, whatever you want to catch to help control your predators and increase your numbers for deer, turkey, grouse, quail, whatever. It'll help. So what we have is coyote trap wise, we have two number 2s, different brands. This is a Duke and this is a Bridgester. And we have attached to them earth anchors. We drive these in the ground with this to hold them in place. Coyotes won't pull them up. So it's pretty simple. We have this. The Bridgester is a dogless. This Duke is a dog-on trap. So both are pretty reasonable price. And anybody can set them. Just like that. They set nice and flat. We got a hole already dug here to demonstrate what we do. You set them in there and cover them up with your dirt and put your bait down in the holes. And it's pretty simple, just like that. You trip them. You got that. This one's the same way. This one's a little bit stouter. Sometimes you have to use your knee. Like so. Because this one's a 4-coil trap. Works better in the frozen ground and the snow. Just like so. We have a beaver trap. These are considered a 330. 330 is considered pounds per inch, is how they got their name. So they produce 330 pounds per square inch when this jaw closes on the beavers. I ain't gonna set this one because I don't have a back or stick, nothing to trip it with. But it's called a kill trap. It's designed to kill the beaver, otter instantly. Different states are different. Some states are allowed to use these, some states ain't. These are water sets only, so they have to be submerged in water in the state of Kentucky. And what they do is the beaver swims through and he'll push that out of the way and he'll trip it, and the beaver's dead instantly. We cable it off to the bank. That pretty much covers that for that. We can use these for otter. They make smaller versions of them for muskrat and mink. And we have a trap and hammer. You can buy it at any trap and supply surplus store. This one I use, it's got the kind of the shovel on the end, and this to make the dirt holes for your bait and stuff to go down. And that works pretty good. So we have two types of traps. It's a very reasonable price for anybody to buy. Oh, man, if I get that out there. So you have two traps. It's reasonable to pay to buy. It doesn't cost you an arm and a leg to get started in helping your deer stay safe throughout the year. These usually run about $10, $12 a piece. You can get these by the dozen. Usually about $12 for a dozen. Your driver, it ain't real expensive. Your hammer's not real expensive. And as far as bait wise, really all you need to get started is some coyote urine or fox urine. When a coyote or fox digs a hole and throws their food down in it, this is what you're simulating. They'll mark their territory with a little bit of urine on the back of it. So that's what you're kind of trying to simulate. The next coyote or fox that comes by and sees your hole and smells that urine, he's going to stick his nose down that hole and his foot right on that trap. So two different traps, two different styles. This is an offset, this is a closed jaw. It's kind of a personal choice in Kentucky. Some states require offsets, Kentucky don't. So we have multiple swivels on our traps. The swivels are basically for when your animal gets in this trap and he's twisting around. These swivels allow this animal to twist so he doesn't hurt himself while he's there. These traps are designed to hold an animal, not to break their legs, in no way, shape, or form. Normally no damage is done to the animal when we get there. We have 24-hour check limits here in Kentucky, so they ain't in the trap real long. Usually the animals are nocturnal, so they get in the traps in the middle of the night and you check first thing in the morning, the way I do it. And that they don't have to sit in there real long. So I'm sitting on this bag. A lot of trappers will have a kneeling pad. I like to use peat moss. Because winter time, this wet dirt will freeze and your trap won't fire. And this is all we do. We cover the trap up with peat moss instead of using the regular dirt. Lightly do that, pack it down. Your trap set looks pretty normal, covered up with a little bit of grass. Throw some bait and urine down the hole and you're good to go. This set will catch anything from coons coming along the edge of a field to a fox out in the middle of a field. This is a universal set with pretty universal equipment. It'll catch anything you want to catch. I don't believe they'll hold a bear or mountain lion or nothing, but I don't believe you have to worry about that. But they will hold a coyote and they will hold bobcats. They do fine on fox and they do fine on coons, possum. So these simple traps, these simple equipment, and I have a lot of different baits and lures because I like playing around with this stuff. If you want to buy a few good baits and good lures, some decent urine, and buy you a few traps, you can start catching predators off your property, increasing your numbers of your deer and your quail, increase your number of your turkeys, take away the predators. You have a whole lot more chance for your prey to mature. So just imagine coyotes killing your future Boone and Crockett buck before he even grows his first set of antlers every spring. So guys, simple bag of peat moss. We got beaver traps. We've got coyote multiple use traps here. I usually use them for coyote. But when fur primes up on the bobcats, they go to bobcat traps. They're pretty universal. They'll work for that. That's about it.